Hello everyone, this is the Beyblade X Anime Episode 2 Anime Review. Yeah, very fun. We get to talk about the episode, kind of my thoughts. Make sure to check out mollabays.com, since if you check out mollabays.com today, there's going to be the November pre-order stuff information. We're going to talk about in these videos, so check it out. And I kind of always like to start off these reviews with just mentioning again that I feel like the anime should have been delayed to like spring or something. Not only do I feel the anime is still very early for when they should have done it, I just think, the quality is not really there. And obviously, you can acknowledge the situation that the anime was done way too early, and probably obviously the animators and all this production did not have enough time to deliver a better quality product. And obviously, it's a lot of work in animation to get like an anime done, and it takes like a lot of work, and obviously probably it's like production hell there in Japan. Now you could acknowledge that while still saying, if the product, no matter what that we are watching at the end of the day, if it's good quality or if it's shit quality, you can say that either way, right? Because at the end of the day, you're just judging the product that's there. So just acknowledge both factors of the thing. But we'll go over kind of just the basic summary. So basically, Bird is there, and Bird is talking about, climbing the tower, and X, oh, there's a little flashback, by the way, and then X talks about how it's a great day for Bay weather. Now, what is Bay weather? Well, it's just a little gag where he's basically like, any weather is great Bay weather, right? So afterwards, he's asking him like, bruh, why'd you leave Team Pendragon? Because you were a part of that strong team. So basically, the whole reason why he left Team Pendragon is for the reason that he basically wanted to be in a new team in order to face Chrome. So that's basically his motivation in Beyblade X, which I think is kind of cool. So again, this is mostly kind of beat for beat with the manga, which I'll go over kind of my thoughts still at the end. But afterwards, he is eating sushi, and he gets recognized by a bunch of fans, whatever, and then after puts the helmet back on, then after Multi approaches, because of the fact that Bird did not realize that they became pros and did not know when that happened. And Bird doesn't have a base, so it's like, well, Bird, what am I supposed to do? I ain't got no base. So Multi comes, and she basically like, well, I will give you a Beyblade. And she basically, offers him. So the one thing I want to say is with this case shot, which I was right, because I thought they're not going to show her opening the case, and they're going to animate the case opening. They have the shot where it's opening the case, and then it cuts to the case already open. So the one thing I want to say is that I understand they got to reuse models, but I would have either preferred, because it's for two shots, if they just did like hand draw the base, kind of like what happened in the manga. If that's a lot of work and they can only reuse the CG base to save that time, then I don't know, I would have preferred if they reused the models of like Wizard, Arrow, and Night Shield, because it feels weird that she has all those shark edges, especially later on in the story when she has to like face like Mako Maiden, and it feels like a little bit weird, like, okay, but she has all these shark edges, so why didn't she use that, right? That's kind of my issue when you kind of reuse CG. Sometimes it kind of like breaks the illusion a little bit. But yeah, I kind of just wish they did like a little hand draw for this thing, because I think that would have made maybe a little bit more sense, and they just like cut to like a CG shot of like Hell Scythe. I think that would have been a better way to utilize the CG there instead of just like reusing all the models like that, but whatever. It's not even like the case is moving in motion, it's all like a still. But she basically just says, take what you like, I have this big Bay collection. And Bird sees Hell Scythe calling out to him, and she's like, well, don't be indecisive, try to pick a Bay. And she's like, alright, Hell Scythe, pretty good choice. And she just gives it to Bird. And she says that Bird has some good taste, and it's more exciting when a strong Beyblade is blown away. I'm actually just going by the manga script right now, so I'm not sure if I'm matching the actual episode dialogue, but I'm pretty sure I'm close. She takes a little selfie with them. They say their goodbyes. Then it's with Team Persona versus Team Rainbow, which Team Rainbow is a one-person team from Multi. So it's a little bit of a reveal because she's in a casual outfit. Nobody knows who she is until afterwards it's revealed she is a Beyblade idol. And she has a bunch of fans. So interesting little change here. In the manga, she kind of had like this one big little crazy fan. That was kind of like giving like the exposition, but now it's kind of multiple fans. And they kind of just like go over all like the cool idol stuff that Multi does, which I think was a nice little change. I'm not really complaining at all. I think that's kind of nice. Also, I just noticed her fans have little rainbow pins from her team symbol, I think. Oh, I also guess because of her name meaning, but yeah, no, I thought that was nice. She has like the fan that takes the pictures and the guy with the little glow sticks. And this is the scene I remember we saw in the trailer where she basically says, "Sorry for making you fight a battle that you won't win." Because basically she just gave him the Beyblade in order just to beat him and look cool when she becomes a pro. So, you know, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary as like a antagonist kind of in this episode. Just to be like, I just gave you a Beyblade just to beat your ass. And then after, I'm gonna get like all the cool points. So she has her Beyblade Wizard Arrow, which she claims is a cute Beyblade. Because basically her gimmick is that she has like the cute outfit, which she calls it that, which is Wizard Arrow, and then after is like the shield outfit, which is like the cool outfit. So, does a little bit of the pose. And now, it's kind of weird when you see a little bit of the manga, because they more or less do have it beat for beat, and there are a lot of shots where it almost feels like they get pretty close to it, but they kind of slightly modify, like, the poses. Like, in here, she kind of, like, her thumb kind of jammed to her eye, which is, like, a little bit weird. I don't know, it's, like, kind of, like, weird changes, because it's, like, they have the reference of the original shot, so, I don't know, I'm not too sure. It looked a little bit weird, kind of, for, like, the mouth flaps in that one. But, you know, I kind of liked the idea of the direction, kind of, how it looked like visually. You know, it's a cute, pink background. I thought that was interesting what they did. So, here's where the anime is going to get a lot of credit now, because I actually like they added this scene, and this is where I said that the anime can get the benefit of, since these episodes have to get now stretched out, how did they do that? They add a scene where Bird dropped the Beyblade, which wasn't in the manga, and he gets nervous for the battle. Now, I like this actually a lot, and I think it helps build up Bird being a loser, because Bird loses a lot in Beyblade X, so you can kind of be like, well, he kind of has a little bit of the pressure to try to do well, to be a pro, and I think this is a nice addition, narratively. And then after the battle starts. Now, she does a lot of taunting. I will say, I think in some of these scenes, I'll say that I kind of liked some of the cuts for the animation. I thought they kind of looked nice there. The art, I still think is... The art and animation overall, I still think is pretty weakly executed, but obviously, again, the circumstance of the production of this is what makes the unfortunate quality. But I think it's okay. So the idea in the manga was that she's constantly dodging him, because she's just that skilled. So we basically constantly see Arrow avoiding Hell Scythe. And I think in here they capture the emotion. I think Multi is done pretty well for the adaptation for this episode, kind of for the taunting. Just for the other stuff, I think with Bird and X, I'll get to in a moment. But I think there's a nice shot there when she's kind of like moving back and like taunting completely. And Bird, you know, decides to try to mimic the volume. I just saw volume there, nice when I was getting the screenshot. The extreme dash that Common X is trying to do. So I do also like that, you know, Common X tries try to help Bird, you know, try to relax to do this battle. And he also now is trying to imitate the extreme dash, which is not easy. And he fails because he's like, oh no, I'm gonna get hit. He's like, just kidding, loser. Now this pose actually I think was almost direct from the manga, so this looks pretty good adapted. And she basically does Mirage Parry. And I think the visual effects here, very nice. Very, very nice. One thing I will not complain on, and I mean complain, more like give criticism towards, is the CG VFX. The VFX work, I think, looks really, really good. I think the team that's working on this, when they're doing the visual effects, that looks pretty good. Aside from that, yeah, he loses. And then she celebrates. I like it. And then at her Common X is next. She's basically like, yeah, I've been studying both of you, and I made preparations when I was training. And then after, it cuts to right at the end when she's basically switching to the cool outfit. I wish, I don't know, because they just do like the thing where it's like, she does the reveal of the thing. I thought maybe we'd get like a little bit kind of cleaner, maybe animation kind of, or maybe like a sequence when she changes the outfit. It's okay, you know, that they didn't do that, I guess, for this, because not like in the manga they kind of showed it. I guess you could argue, well, it's a quick change, so that's why it's also a quick change in the anime. I guess it would have been nice, maybe a little bit more style that they could have done. I do like when she's doing the motion on the hats, just because that looks pretty nicely animated for like the hand motion on there. It reveals the Bey. Next episode seems they're adding new scenes, because we got Hell versus Shield there, so this is definitely after she loses the Common X. There's seemingly a shot where she kind of has some pressure, and pretty good impact on there for the CG for next week. So I kind of add for like my final thoughts. I think that what I liked about the episode was the CG VFX for some of the shots. I didn't like some of the CG choices, like the case scene. I thought some multi-shots looked pretty cool. I thought the new added scenes were pretty nice. I don't think they're able to really capture Bird for what they're kind of trying to go for in the anime, because in the manga, you know, Bird, I feel like the anime can't capture the personality the kind of Bird has in the manga. And I am talking about kind of like in like the visual comedy and that type of stuff. It kind of feels like it's almost just like they have the one face expression for the model reference, and they're not really going anything beyond that kind of, because Bird is like pretty expressive in a lot of scenes. But I think this kind of in general with the anime, I think they're kind of struggling a bit to kind of capture kind of the comedy that the manga has visually. So it's like, meh, whatever, I guess. That one, I'll say decently excited. So I'll say that for this week in particular, some of the presentation I think was nice in regards to some of the scenes they handled with Multi. They're still struggling, I think, with just the general art and the animation, and I think that's what's holding back X a lot, which again, this circumstance that they're in, it's not easy at all with the production that they have to go through just to get this anime adapted. So for the quality that they have right now, it's just gonna be okay. I hope maybe we see some improvement like in a couple episodes from now. I think what the episode maybe has going for it, I guess, is maybe the CG battles. I think the battle, well, even this week the battles are still hard to judge because they're quickly kind of paced for a reason. They're not too fast, I guess. I think the battles pacing are fine, but I want to see next week when it's like a real battle where they're actually facing each other more to get an idea. So I'll say, I guess maybe slightly better than next week, but not really like there's some gradual improvement overall. And that's kind of how I feel with X, you know. I'm not here to kind of be like this hype person where, oh, the anime's a 10 out of 10. Best anime, hype, whatever, because, you know, like, obviously I know that's like the easy route to go for this type of content. I just give my thoughts honestly, but I will say they are doing some things well that I like. I've said how they're using CG well in certain ways. In some ways, I think they are not. Aside from that, I will give this episode, if the last episode was kind of like more here, this episode's kind of more here. Kind of sideways, thumbs up, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Later today is going to be news, so check out that, and manga review probably tonight. If you hear my voice dying, that's because this is done at like 6 a.m. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Alrighty, take care and bye.